No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
If you guys missed the news, H2M has officially been sent a cease and desist from the one, the only Activision themselves. And I am not surprised in the slightest, but I am definitely pissed about it. I ain't even gonna lie. This video is just going to be straight riffing because I had to honestly just put something out in regards to this. I mean, I kind of find this unfathomable in a lot of ways, to tell you the honest to God truth. So if you guys don't know what H2M is at this point, if you're living under a rock, H2M was a fan-made project which was essentially going to be a Modern Warfare 2 remastered type multiplayer. I was always under the guise that this would probably get taken down, but I thought that it would at least last a little bit. And some of the references for that are like Pluto and things like that that exist. But what Activision decided to do was they decided to remove this a day before it actually comes out. Now that is a massive problem in my books, because if you go over to the MW2R Steam charts, and I have two different things here, so I'm not really sure which one is which, but nonetheless, MW2R is saying its all-time peak on this steamdb.info is 1400, one of them is saying, and another one is saying that it actually is 6075. So I don't know, I'm going to show images both below, but nonetheless, if you compare that to the 24-hour peak on both of these tabs, one says about 2500, so nearly half. Now here's the problem with all of this, right? This project at H2M was actually announced on July 2nd, 2023. Here's the tweet. Yes, we are making a Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remastered mod. We are well into development and hope to release in the next couple months if Activision won't do what the fans want. We, the community, will. This was on July 2nd, 2023. Now, since then, and since this tweet, they've actually put out a lot of tweets kind of updating the community to what is going on and whatnot, and the game has built up a lot of steam. They were kind of teasing this weeks before when MW2R originally went on sale, and they were like, hint, hint, wink, wink, MW2R on sale. Then on August 7th, they were like, hey, 2 more days, we're going to put out a trailer. This was on August 7th, and for the past week, this game has built nothing but steam and honestly propelling MW2R through the Steam charts. I saw one where it said MW2R reached top 30 in Steam sales, which is pretty ridiculous because if you have MW2R on Steam, the game is pretty broken. It's a pretty broken port compared to the console version of the game. I couldn't even get the game to load. I had to become a developer just to be able to get the game to work. It was absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, if you look at any of these Steam charts, I don't know which one to go off of. They've nearly hit half their peak from their peak time of 2016 when the game first came out. With that being said, the fact that they wait the day before to cancel this project is absolutely insanely ridiculous. They literally grabbed the money from these sales and waited to the final day to cancel this project on the community. Now, to some extent, Nintendo is very hardcore about their IPs, and I respect that, and I totally understand they do technically 100% have a right to do so, but here's the further problem in the situation. MW2 is also completely unplayable. A couple of years ago, I had purchased it on PS3 because surprisingly to me, PS3 lobbies for the old CODs were more active than Xbox, which is kind of insane. I think it probably had more to do with servers, but I don't know to be sure. And one of my first games, the guy was literally just flying around me, right? The game is completely unplayable. It is completely hacked to hell. It is completely unplayable. This was a fan-made project just to get people back on it to be able to play. And yeah, they did add some new things, and I could understand why Activision has that issue if we're looking at it from an unbiased lens, and that's fair, and that's fine. But this project was announced over a year ago, I'll repeat, a year ago. And then on top of it, it has been gaining nothing but steam for the past week or so. They could have canceled this immediately, but these money-sucking, drying-ass, goofy-ass, clown-ass vampires sucked every penny from the community and then said, fuck all of y'all, and took the money and ran. That to me might just be the grimiest things I've seen in gaming history. If I'm being completely honest, that's just my opinion. I mean, I've never seen a company care so less about their community than that. People were genuinely excited because people like myself are now 30 years old and we grew up playing Call of Duty 4 and World at War and MW2 and BO1 and BO2 all the way up. And these new Call of Duties are absolutely ass. They don't compare relatively to these old games. But listen, even if you think they do, that's fine and dandy. I'm not here to debate that, right? I'm not. I'm simply not. The issue, though, is like I said, the old games are unplayable, and then you're taking money from the MW2R Steams, you're pocketing it, and then the day before it's set to come out, you cancel it. I can't even believe the world that we're living in, that this is just okay. And then the issue with it, and the topping of the gravy of it all, is the fact that it won't affect BO6 sales. Everyone's still going to be flocking to BO6. I can't even believe this reality that we're in. I don't really have words for it, to tell you the honest to God truth. But I did want to put out an opinion video on it with nothing written down because I'm extremely heated about it. So I just don't understand how something like this works or flies, or how they think this is good. Now, I was saying on my stream personally that I thought this would get taken down. I really did. But I thought they would let it drop. I thought it would drop, and then more than likely, like the Pluto situation, the game probably would lose a base. And, you know, it wouldn't be a big deal. They can get their MW2R sales. They can appease us who just absolutely hate the new Call of Duties. And honestly, I think that is a real sentiment in the community just based off this mod. And based off a lot of other things, like when you saw they fixed the Xbox servers for the old games, all the people flocked back to the old games. I think there is really a resentment towards these new games. Now, like I said, that's more anecdotal and that's just an opinion. That, you know, that's just based on things that I'm seeing. So, you know, I know there are people who really like the new games, and God bless you. I wish I did as well. But the excitement for this project and the old games was through the roof with a Call of Duty that I feel like I haven't seen in a long time. Like, even when people talk about BO6 today, it's kind of like, yeah, you know, I'm excited for it. You know, we'll see what happens, man. I think it's going to be good. Back in the day, when a new COD was dropping, that was it. We were like, yo, let's go. Let's buckle up. You know, it was game time. We were locked in. And the fact that they just waited to the final day to cancel this is just mind-bending. It's just absolutely mind-bending to me. I just can't even fathom it. I gotta be honest. I don't know the slightest idea of where we go from here from a community, because the reality of the situation is they have all the power, right? And they do have a legal right to do something like this. But also, they shouldn't be doing it in the grimy way that they did, waiting to the final day. And it's not that they didn't know. I had seen a tweet, I can't remember the YouTuber's name, but he was one of the devs that were working on the game. And one of the devs actually commented on the post and was like, love this. You know, this thing has definitely been circulating around. There's no way that Activision was blind to this up until today. I find that extremely hard to believe. And the problem is, as consumers, like I said, we have no power. There is nothing that we can do because people are going to get BO6, and me included. You know, me more so for zombies. I think I'm done permanently with multi, especially after this. I mean, this is just the icing on the cake, and it just hurts so much on so many levels when you think about the fact that they actually did remaster the campaign, but they never gave us the multi. It was rumored forever that the multi existed. I think that's been scrapped, and I think that turned into what Modern Warfare 3 is today, to tell you the honest to God truth. But the fact that they would do this and then permanently ban, I don't know. I'm really hoping, and this is the Hail Mary of all Hail Marys, that I eat my words and then maybe we see in the net. Well, it's already too late before BO6. I was going to say maybe in the next month they drop MW2 Multi remastered themselves. But we all know that's not going to happen. These clowns don't have an idea. They have no idea. These guys are absolute idiots. They'd much rather sell us a $70 video game and buy $10 battle passes. That's just if you want the basic one. That's just the basic one, you know. You can get that extreme one for $25 with all the beautiful battle pass tier skips, right? And oftentimes the meta gun's in there, so you know what? You better buy it if you want a chance to compete. Oh, and then on top of it, we got Snoop Dogg coming in for the 87th time in COD history. Let's all go buy Snoop Dogg. Oh, you like bunny rabbits? You could play a bunny rabbit now. That is the state of Call of Duty. This shit is embarrassing, yo. This is honestly the worst it's ever been. I cannot even believe this, that I've been playing Call of Duty my whole life, and this is just truly the icing on the cake. So, anyway, there was no rhyme, logic, or reason for this video. I really just wanted to honestly rant, and I probably didn't add a whole lot, so if you managed to stick through this, God bless you. But this is just the feeling that I have based on this being shut down. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Anyway, do what you do. Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this being shut down. But, yeah, I don't know. I'll see y'all later. Peace.